Y'all ready? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the podcast that never sleeps. Now kick back in your seat and witness greatness.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sirree.
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast Never Sleeps. I'm your host, Killer Cam, a.k.a. Cam. With me always is the funny and very knowledgeable Jared, everybody.
Yes, we're back.
We're back, baby.
Took a little break for the holidays.
Took a little holiday break. But, Jared, do us a favor and explain what today's episode is about.
Today's a fun one, guys.
Yeah.
So today we're going to get into the world of subliminal messaging, hacking the brain, if you will. How is it used? Who's using it? We're going to show examples of television shows, movies, even certain companies that use these tactics and how you can identify them. We'll learn a lot about how the brain actually works in a scary way today. So it's going to be fun.
Dig it.
Yeah.
So, subliminal messaging, we see it all the time. We've seen it in movies. I know they've tried to do it, and even the government has experimented with this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Marketing, you could say there's a lot of subliminal messaging in that.
Yeah.
Movies, it's all over the place.
Does it work? Is it real? How does it work? If it does work, is it something we need to worry about? That's the question we're going to answer today. Yeah. So, exciting.
I know. I'm very excited. Michael Domino, what's up? Hey there.
Yeah, welcome to the chat.
So, subliminal messaging, I dig it. I think it's a fun topic, and I think these people are going to enjoy it because there's so much ground to cover. So, I mean, we're going from you mentioning, is it even a thing? Mm-hmm. Is it something that works? If so, who implements it, and when has it been used? Right. Other ways of getting in people's heads, like maybe hypnosis and that kind of stuff, a suggestive state. I'm going to talk about, like, when everybody thinks of subliminal messages, the thing they think of, those Disney weird little things that they put in there.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to cover all of those.
Oh, there's a bunch of creepy ones. Yeah. That's fun stuff.
Yeah. What's wrong with some of these people?
I know. It's fun. We're going to we'll show all the people all the stuff. Yeah.
We'll
so stick around for that.
Get there. But
that's fun.
Yeah. So first and foremost, I want to know, what is subliminal messaging? Where'd it come from?
Yeah.
What's this? What is this?
No, yeah, that's a good question. I think when most people think about subliminal messaging, they're thinking about a test that was done. And this was done in the late 50s, 1957, this guy, James Vickery. He had claimed that he had put in suggestions into a movie theater while the movie was playing. He would flash faster than the eye could see, really, eat popcorn, buy Coca-Cola. Right? And it was so fast, you wouldn't even notice it was happening. But he was trying to target the subconscious.
Eat popcorn by Coca-Cola?
Yep. It's a movie theater. So he would flash it during the movie. And his study, he claimed that it increased sales over 30%.
Oh, that's funny.
Which is huge.
Huge.
So immediately, advertisers hear this. The public hears this. And they want a piece of it. The public gets scared. There's even a battle. Should it be legal or not? I mean, you're really getting into people's head and kind of it's mind control in a way. Yeah. You're getting them to do something that they wouldn't have normally done, and it's extremely successful. So I think when people think subliminal messaging, they think that the flash,
100%,
telling you to do something, from a movie,
or while you're watching a commercial. It says, McDonald's is, go buy it now. Even the logos of some of these big companies, they put in these different little messages into the logos. And they've done so many scientific tests. If you zoom in on the M for McDonald's, it says Arby's sucks.
That'd be great.
In the bottom right. No. Yeah, but you were saying, go on?
No, yeah. So I think that's what most people think of. What's great is for a couple decades there, people were really scared of this, and then advertisers put a lot of money into it. So they were trying to figure out ways to get into your head and get you to buy their products.
So based off this study, they're like 30% increase in sales?
Minimum. He was claiming up to 50%. Yeah.
So they're like, sign me the fuck up.
Of course. Yeah. Imagine you could increase sales just by flashing a couple words during a little
how much money
spot.
You could save, how much ding, look at that.
Yeah.
Now you want to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, this kicked off some other scientific studies. And people started looking at it. And the strangest thing is the original experiment that Vickery did, years later, he came out and said it was a complete hoax. He never did that study, that it was just made up. He made up the numbers. He made up the experiment, that there was no increase in sales at all.
He was doing the suggestion.
Right, pretty much.
He was incepting people.
And it worked because all of this money got dumped into it.
That's
and
so
to
funny.
this day, people still are, believe in these subliminal messages. But my question is, did he come out and say that it wasn't real because it wasn't, or because it was? And people were very afraid during this time. People were putting, artists were starting to put subliminal messages into music. There's tons of examples of that.
Have you seen the movie, The Best Example, Josie and the Pussycats?
No. What?
I totally just thought about this.
They do subliminal messages?
Dude, the whole movie is about how to get people to buy their records, the biggest record company in the world, using subliminal messages, and it ends up being the AOL movie phone guy. Buy Josie and the Pussycats is your favorite record ever.
Really?
Yeah, that's the whole plot of the movie.
I didn't know that.
And so at one point they isolate the sound, and you just hear this pop song, then they isolate it, and you hear one of the characters, Fiona has the best hair. Everyone wants to dress like Fiona. And then they put stuff like, pink is the new black.
Yeah.
And so everyone would go out buying pink like it was actually working. That's the whole premise of that movie.
Okay. So is that true? Is it real? Can you control people's behavior with this? There's a ton of science that says you can't, that unless you already have some motivation to do the thing that they're suggesting you to do, it might give you a nudge in that direction.
So if I'm hungry,
right,
and then the McDonald's commercial comes on, I'm like, shit, you know what? A Big Mac does sound good.
Right. And well, even in the commercials, if they're using certain colors that appeal, that mentally we know like red and yellow make people hungry. So even the colors they use.
Is that a thing? Red and yellow make people hungry?
The colors red and yellow are tied to hunger.
Okay.
Psychologically, which is interesting. So even that's a suggestion. But the flashing words and stuff, people did try this. So on the skeptical side, they say it might be able to give you a nudge, but on all the studies they run, no, if people weren't already thirsty and they were suggesting that they drink some water, they wouldn't do it. If they were thirsty and they gave them the suggestion, they were more likely to drink the water.
Sure.
So they're saying it might be able to give you a nudge, but it can't control you. And that's what the skeptical point of view is.
Yeah.
But then we start thinking about things like the power of suggestion, and how powerful the subconscious mind is.
It's crazy. Yeah.
During this, the BTK killings, do you remember BTK?
Of course, yeah. I know what you're referring to. Also,
Really?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So they ran a news report where it actually said in the news report, it would flash, call the chief.
Yeah.
It was trying to get, if the BTK killer was watching the news, to get him to turn himself in using a subliminal message.
Yeah.
So that even law enforcement has tried to use this to mind control. So that's an interesting example of it. So
Crazy.
you have two sides of this argument. What's interesting on the subconscious part of this, they would do experiments with people where they would give them an electrical shock based on some stimuli, right? Anytime that they saw, what's a good example?
Ghostbusters, beginning of Ghostbusters.
Sure, just the logo, Ghostbusters logo, right?
Okay.
So they would flash a bunch of different things. Then every time that logo would come up, they would give them a little shock.
Yeah.
And then they would bring those same people in, and even days later, weeks later, and they would start playing logos, no electricity this time. And they would subliminally include the logo.
Yeah.
They didn't even know they were seeing it.
Yeah.
But they were measuring the response of the body,
And they didn't like it.
the body would react when the logo showed up.
It would notice it
as if
when
it was about to get shocked.
the conscious
You'd see
mind
the
would.
increase of sweat and of the skin, and the skin would get more moist. The heart rate
Like
would
a
increase.
lie detector test, basically.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
So even though the person didn't know they were seeing the logo, the body knew because the subconscious was still seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can tap into the subconscious, which is scary. So what do we got in the chat here? We got, hilarious. Arby's sucks. That's funny. There was a study done on multiple people driving past billboards. Isn't that why the fast food places are red, white, and yellow? Exactly. Yeah, certain colors have an ability
Chase Mac,
to
what
make
up,
you
boy?
hungry.
Yeah, that's wild.
Chase, welcome to the chat.
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah. So the subconscious mind, we know that is real and that you can tap into it, and it is more powerful than the conscious mind.
Yeah.
And a great example of that is hypnosis.
Yeah. See, that's
Right?
where I was going, what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
I'm like, because we know people can be, like, once put in a suggestive state,
Right.
they can do stuff that they would normally never do.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
Totally out of character stuff.
It's supposed to not be possible to use hypnosis to get people to do things that they wouldn't normally do.
So you said that this was becoming such a problem that the government wanted to pass a law. Did they ever pass something saying you're not allowed to put subliminal messages in commercial stuff?
Subliminal messages
sure?
are legal. And here's the case where this would have come into play.
Okay.
A Judas Priest song supposedly
yeah.
had caused 2 kids to self-delete.
Yeah.
And this was in the 90s. And they brought a whole case showing that in the song, it was pushing you to go ahead and do it. And they would play the sound bites and the record and how it would have caused these 2 kids to do this to themselves. And they thought they brought a really good case, but they ended up losing.
Sure. I think that's sort of to the point you were making before. If I'm like me, I'm not going to kill myself because I hear a song.
Right.
If I'm already in a sad state and I'm listening to Judas
There's
Priest.
other factors there for sure.
Yeah.
And even Judas Priest said that song actually had no subliminal messages, but these did.
These
they
songs,
used-
yeah.
It's true.
These were the self-delete songs.
We
Wait,
have songs
these kids
with
are
subliminal
backwards.
messages,
Yeah, that's
but
funny.
that one wasn't the one. The one
That's funny.
that's supposedly
That's like somebody saying, "Did you killed Sally? I didn't kill Sally. I killed Cynthia." It's like, oh, well, still bad.
Exactly. So so subliminal messaging. The reason it's not illegal is because there's not enough evidence to show that it really works. But
So then, what are we talking here?
the power of suggestion in the unconscious mind or the subconscious mind, and the power of that, I think that's really something that we need to be aware of.
Okay.
And I want to dive into some examples of it.
So do I. Because
Okay.
this is my favorite thing. You know,
So much fun.
dude, I'm a big hypnosis fan.
Oh, me too.
I know you are. You practiced it for a while.
That's true.
Remember when you made me do those horrible things? No.
Yeah. I don't think you ever let me hypnotize
No,
you.
I don't think I can be hypnotized.
That's not true. Everyone can be if you allow it. It's up to you. It's not something like
this is me
You're-
falling in a hypnotic state.
yeah. No, you have to be open to it, and you have to be willing to be hypnotized. Well,
Okay.
at least that's the
General
Yeah,
consensus.
the general consensus. Now we know the government
I thought-
did studies in MK Ultra, which we've talked about on the show before. This was a decades-long program where they were dealing with mind control and could they make people do things, and could they attack and control the subconscious mind, force somebody to do things against their will, or even use them as like kind of a Manchurian candidate, if you will.
Bobby
kind of
Kennedy, dude.
assassinations.
Sirhan. I don't know how to.
Right, that's still
That's
a
like
big
the
one.
biggest case,
So
right?
Let's talk about that after we look at some of these clips and see what
Okay.
you let's see what you think. So
Okay.
let's talk about subliminal persuasion, and this first video gives you a really good idea of how it's used.
Video. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
You have a video? Give me a TS, my dude.
1 minute.
Uno
There's a lot
minutia.
there's a couple good ones in here, but I think this is a great example of just
Now, think
how
about
it's
something
easy
bigger.
to use.
Look
Okay.
at me. Concentrate. Okay? Great. What I want you to do is look at me and tell me a 4-digit number. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 digits.
7492.
1751.
1751. Why did you say 1751?
Well, he said think of a number. That's what popped into my head.
Popped
Did
into
I
his
tell you
head.
something?
Yeah.
Did I influence you to choose this number?
Nothing at all. He said pick a number, 4 digits, and that's what I thought of.
Maybe you saw the number and it is in your subconscious.
I just saw it now.
They bleeped it
Watch,
out.
look.
It looked like they bleeped something out. No.
Yeah,
was gonna
I
make a
thought that
joke
was
where
you
he's
that
like,
skipped it.
"Fucking," that'd be great. It just out of nowhere. He's like, so you saw, so you know.
Yeah, I thought that was
Don't say nothing.
Oh my god, it's right there. That's unbelievable.
Isn't that
I
interesting?
honestly thought that I came up with the
So
number.
subconsciously,
And it was there
he
all the
noticed
time.
that in the back of his mind. He saw that number. He just didn't know he saw the number.
Yeah.
So when he asks him for the 4 digits, that's a form of subliminal messaging.
So in our last episode,
yeah,
I actually even brought this up when I was talking about the Camille Vasquez, the Johnny Depp Amber Heard case.
Okay.
And I talked about Camille Vasquez, the lawyer. And one of the things that she does that she did that was so clever was she didn't say, Miss Heard, look at your face in this picture. You don't have a black eye. You're a liar.
Yeah.
Instead, she let the jury come to the conclusion. So she'd be like, "Oh, this is the day after you got your butt beat, right?" And she'd be like, "Yep, this is it. So you have two black eyes at this time, correct?" And she clearly doesn't. And then so the jury would be like, "She doesn't have the black eyes. Oh, she's lying." Like,
So
you know,
that's extremely powerful.
having somebody, yeah, because if I give you, it's like the movie Inception said, I can give you an idea, think of elephants, and you think of elephants, but you know that's not coming from you,
Right.
So you don't, it doesn't stick as well.
Yeah,
as
Inception is exactly this. So,
it's exactly it. Yeah,
So imagine a movie where
Imagine, if you
the
will.
ending of the film, everything comes together, right? And they don't say, "Look at how everything comes together." But you yourself, you're like, "Oh my God, that's the thing from the beginning where, oh, and that's where the woman got the thing."
Yeah.
When you
That's the best.
figure it out.
Oh, man.
That stays with you for
Yep.
the rest of your life. When you think about that movie, you're like, "Oh, it's so great. I remember." Oh, and then how they pulled it all together because they let you come to the conclusion.
Yep.
Right.
If Donnie Darko at the end would have been like, "So wait, you're saying that basically what happened was," it would have been like, "Oh,
Yeah. If you come to the conclusion on your own, that's a powerful, emotional response,
Yeah.
and it sticks in your mind forever.
What did
what good
Domino here
movies
say?
do.
Cameron, you were hypnotized when you first
Laid eyes on
laid
me.
eyes on help. Yes, still am hypnotized.
Yeah, we got to snap you out of there.
Yeah. Who's this Miss Domino person?
I don't
here?
know. Just in the chat.
Yeah.
Welcome to the chat, Miss Domino.
Yeah, where am I? What's
Could you
happening?
imagine?
I lost years of my life.
Yeah. This whole time you've been asleep.
Yeah. Like, I'm so well rested.
So let's get into another clip. I love this subliminal messaging stuff. So somebody very famous. I'm going to set this clip up first so that we know what's going on.
I hope you know. I hope
because we got to skip
know who
around.
you're talking about.
So one of my favorite hypnotists, mentalists is Darren Brown.
The king.
Yes.
Of kings, might I add?
Oh, dude. When it comes to mental manipulation,
The king.
there is nobody better.
No.
At
I
least
think
in the public eye.
Yeah, I think I even said this to you, and I truly believe this. And
Yeah.
maybe this is just him incepting me, but I honestly believe he's like one of the greatest minds of our time right now. He's so
brilliant.
brilliant,
He's constantly reading and learning and
and just the stuff
increasing
he
his
can do
abilities.
is so fucking cool and so crazy. And
Started
so
out as a
unique.
hypnotist, something he saw in college. He saw a hypnotism show. He said, "I want to learn how to do that." The showmanship part of it,
Yeah.
being in control.
I love him so much, but I'm terrified of him.
Oh yeah, because
I'd be like,
he can literally make people do anything.
You destroy me. Yeah.
We've seen,
Yeah.
and we can talk more about him after we watch these clips. We'll talk about some of the other things he's done.
He's done some
But so let me set this
crazy
up. He brings in a bunch of a couple advertisers. These guys are top advertising executives in their field.
Okay.
And he wants to see if he can manipulate them, right? Subliminally. So he
What a
comes
good
in.
audience for
Yeah,
that.
and he
Yeah,
tells
okay.
them, okay, this is what you're going to be creating an advertisement for. I want you to draw up something. You have X amount of time to do it. And then at the end, let's see what you come up with. And that's the setup. So let's watch this clip. So
Okay,
two advertising executives. All they're told is what the thing is that they're going to advertise.
What's the TS?
timestamp? Starting at 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
2:30.
And we're going to skip around it a little bit. I think because I'm not sure if they'll block this or not. So we'll skip around a little bit. I'll tell you when
Is
to
it from a
stop it.
channel or something?
It's from his
See what
channel.
you've done. Come and show
We
me.
should be good.
Okay.
And Tony, before we do this, can you take the envelope I gave you earlier?
Dude, Darren Brown's the shit.
So there was an envelope where he drew something himself beforehand.
No one's touched it.
Okay.
That's right.
That's the truth.
That's
That's
correct.
the truth. Keep hold of it. Come around here. Now, before we have a look at it, just tell me, what was it like?
We started off thinking about the name. I thought that was we thought that was probably
Yeah,
the best thing to
the
do.
starting point.
Sure.
And then take it from there. Really, we banged out a load of ones that were probably completely stupid.
They really thought
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
And so they decided this is what their campaign would look like. Let's skip to 4 minutes, 35 seconds.
4:35.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay. Dude, Darren Brown's so sick. Just a brilliant mind.
So this is what the execs came up with, and they'll explain it out loud.
It was hard to leave out.
We didn't overload it.
It was hard to leave out, but it was just a bit too much.
Go back just a bit to see.
On the paper?
Yeah, and you can go back a few seconds if you want. Just didn't have
Well,
gates.
Just the gates.
But the first one did. So they had two examples, and if you combine them, both sides.
It's everything he drew.
Everything he drew. And then watch, it gets even spookier at 6 minutes and 12 seconds.
But the first one.
Dude.
So one of their first designs that they...
So he's basically telling him what to do, right?
We're going to see how he did it. Watch. Air in the lobby. So
Brilliant.
This was...
By the way, go visit
beginning.
that channel, everyone.
Yeah, Darren
the
Brown
fucking
is magnificent. But that's just a great example of how subliminal messaging can actually make you implant false memories or false ideas that they want to give you. Imagine that ability in everyday life. And imagine if someone was able to use this on you without you knowing about it. It's great to learn more about Darren Brown, like Cameron was saying, because if you can learn some of these tactics, you might be able to learn when they're being done on you.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, a lot of people do know these tactics. There's a few of them out there.
Politicians do, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to get this. I know
Go ahead.
Donald Trump uses one specifically.
Yeah.
That you told me about, the W.
Yeah.
Winning. Yeah. So when you talk,
Winner.
and it just looks like you're saying, and it was the best dogs, whatever he says. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then, but you know, he's saying like, our campaign is the best campaign you've ever seen.
Yeah.
And he's doing like
Or
a
the one
W
where
for
he's
win.
like,
it's like subliminal.
Will it be like picture a screen, and on that screen, picture two shapes, right? Picture one inside the other, and picture what color they are, and tell me what two shapes did you think of?
Me?
Yeah.
A heart and a square.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah,
You were doing a triangle though?
yeah. So it's well, you know what I'm doing, but yeah. So they do this when it's hard to. I guess you couldn't see me.
No.
So they go think of two shapes, and it's a triangle. And
And
if
a
you can see me
circle.
in the camera, a triangle and a circle.
Yeah.
And every time I've ever done this trick with somebody in real life, they always say triangle, and it's a circle and a triangle.
Yeah, I saw your hand. I saw
Yeah,
this.
I'd have to face you to do it.
It was
Yeah,
sideways.
so yeah, you do. It's something like this, and then it's the triangle. It's the circle
That's
and the
funny.
triangle. Or you could just say, picture a shape, and by doing this, I'm making a triangle with my hands.
Yeah.
So the normal way you do it is like so think of a screen in your head, then picture a shape, not like a square, but not a square. You want to remove square as
You
an
want to
option.
remove options.
And
yeah.
then once you do this and remove square, they say triangle every time.
yeah.
So subliminal messaging, right? But yeah, putting
So
up the
you know what's funny, mate? Because I don't know why I said a heart. I don't even think a heart's a shape. But from my angle, that's what it sort of.
I'm
looked
gonna
like.
say, yeah, whatever you saw, I wasn't facing you, but whatever you see, so you can. That's how people can
Ready
use
for
it.
this one? Picture a bullet in your head.
Okay.
Man, that shit's ambiguous.
Yeah, I remember that's a good
Kisses,
move.
bang bang.
Yeah. So I got another
Tina's
one.
Mega, what up?
Hey, Tina, we're talking subliminal messaging. We're giving a couple examples of how it can be used and how it's used successfully.
Yeah.
We just saw advertising executives draw the exact advertisement that they wanted him to by planting suggestions on their taxi drive to the
Yeah.
office.
We also
beautiful.
Crazy, and we got more to go.
Yeah.
We also have a fun news segment talking about subliminal messages coming up, and we also have some things that I'm diving in.
Some movies and things that use subliminal messages. Yeah.
Some things that maybe you didn't even know that you knew.
Yeah.
Subconscious shit.
So-
Okay.
So
Okay.
stick around for those.
Yeah, and make sure if you're liking what you're seeing, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Love you guys.
Let us know what you think too. Do you believe in subliminal messaging? Do you think it's being used all the time?
So
social media.
Domino said,
regular
I've
media.
seen this one. It's amazing, referring to the Darren Brown thing.
Yeah.
That we just showed. So it is. It's crazy. The stuff this man can do is impressive.
So,
I remember. I've seen a lot of his stuff. I don't know everything you're going to show, but I've seen him.
One more, if you want to talk about it after
wait.
this, then we can talk all Darren
I'll
Brown
wait.
all day.
Yeah.
So this next video, let me set this up. So in this next video, it's going to actually show you what subliminal messages he's conveying to the person in order to get him to say what he wants them to say. It's under the guise of what would your ultimate Christmas gift be?
Yeah.
If I could get you something for Christmas, any gift that you want in the
leather
world,
jacket.
what would it be, right? And he is giving him what it is that he really wants him to ask for subliminally.
Well, the thing
in
is,
the clip,
he asked him like a week ago and
Yeah.
told him to write it down.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, but it doesn't show that in this. In this, it's just going to show. Yeah, it's not necessary though. What's important? It's just not. Yeah,
You can remove all that.
Yeah,
forget Cameron. Even
forget
spoke.
that whole thing. Because all I'm showing in this clip is it's going to show you what he's saying, and it's going to highlight the words he's using to implant subliminal messages into the subconscious of what the answer needs to be.
Yeah.
He's giving him the answer without him even noticing it. But on the screen, it'll show us how he's doing it.
When I bike someone a gift.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's
He'll use words, and you don't notice he's doing it when he's talking to you. But with the subtitles and the highlighted words, you could see exactly how he's manipulating this man's brain. The man he's manipulating is Simon Pegg, famous actor.
Yeah, everybody's favorite. Everyone loves him.
And this is under the guise of a Christmas present.
What if I just played just the audio for the first few seconds, and see if anybody picks up on any language?
I don't think it's. I think it's more fun.
Fucking, I thought it was a dumb idea too, bro.
To see the
I hated it more than you
messaging.
did.
And full screen this so they can read
Let me
it.
explain to you how I bike gifts or presents for people, all right? And this is the best way.
Do you want to restart?
Well, I'm restarting.
Yeah, start from the beginning, because right off
to meet
the
you.
bat.
Notice just so you guys can appreciate when he says B, he taps him. Then when he says extreme, so B, M. X. So all the things he wants him to remember is when he's tapping him.
Yeah.
So he could be, and it's drivel nonsense is what he's saying.
It's true, and that's actually part of
when
the
someone
process.
buys you a gift, you could be beaming with excitement. Like,
Right.
It's fucking. It means nothing.
Yeah, but it is coherent, and it is a conversation.
And he talks fast, and he does the things that you're just like.
Yeah.
Engaged.
Your subconscious is more open here because it's such an strange.
He's talking to your
disruption.
subconscious basically because your conscious is being so overwhelmed with him tapping and talking and the fucking little things
and
in the background going on.
Yeah.
And he's you beam with excitement. He's talking to you and tapping you, and you're like fucking. Next thing you know, I want a bicycle.
The same two tired gifts. And he emphasizes the certain words that he wants, and like you said, the tapping.
I bike,
so that keeps it every time.
Whenever I bike someone a gift,
it's
great.
Genius.
By the way, Felicity, for you specifically, I mentioned because we're talking about subliminal messaging and if it works and where it comes from, the origin.
Speaking to the
stuff.
subconscious.
Yes, and so I also mentioned a movie that talks about that. It's not our best movie ever for today. I'd love if you guys were to come up with it, but. I talked about Josie and the Pussycats, which is all about subliminal messaging. But we do have a best movie ever today that has some subliminal messages in the movie.
Yeah, see if you can
guess. If you guys can figure it out, I'll be very impressed.
Put that in the chat if you can guess what it is.
Yeah, facts.
And we'll talk about that later.
All right.
So
let's continue.
I want X.
Said, I want X, whatever that is, like a really nice car, like a BM or an Xbox or something.
He doesn't even finish BMW.
No,
he just says BMW.
Now,
yeah.
They think they always
Nice
wanted
car.
when I got them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. Cool.
Look at him. He just like
Good. So
it's like he ran a marathon. He's like, fuck.
you can have anything you like. What's your dream present?
BMX bike.
This grown man. So that shows you exactly what it. And what's amazing is, and Cameron brought it up earlier, is he did ask him to write what gift he wanted for Christmas, and he wrote down leather jacket.
He wrote it down, put it in his
So
wallet.
he even knew what he wanted. It's not like this was just him asking out of nowhere. He said, "Write down what you want for Christmas,"
and he wrote leather
jacket. So this is what he wanted. And during that conversation, Darren was able to convince him that he actually wanted a BMX
even
bike.
after when he said, "Okay, so what does it say in the thing you wrote?" He says, "A BMX bike."
Right, yeah,
He
he
pulls out
believes
his
it.
leather jacket. He's like, "I don't know why I would say this. I wanted a BMX bike."
Yeah, he
was
him.
so convinced himself.
Yeah.
He convinced himself about. He
That's
convinced him.
insane.
So then Simon convinced himself. I want a BMX bike so much that he's like, "Did I
would
write
never
this?
write leather jacket. That's
I want a
silly."
BMX bike.
Yeah.
What's a grown Simon Pegg gonna do on a fucking BMX bike?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
There's no use for it at all.
Zero.
So it's brilliant, and especially that. That's why it's a great choice, because it's something he would never pick.
It's so inauthentic to something he
exactly.
would want. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a good little example of how people can use language to subliminally talk to your subconscious and actually give you what you think is your own ideas themselves. So Darren Brown's brilliant. Definitely look at more of this.
Maybe not the greatest homie though. He the trickery he may presume, or like if you're dating him or something.
I'm sure that. So if you knew him, and I guarantee
Hey,
there's none
Darren.
of that. But people would always be thinking that there's some of that. So that it probably
No.
makes it hard
What
for
if-
him to have legitimate
What if he did do
interactions
that,
with
though?
people. I don't think he would.
But what if he did?
Then it's inauthentic. It's not real. That doesn't serve him to have relationships
Bullshit.
that are fake.
Hey, Darren. We're going to Vegas this weekend.
Oh, great, Vegas. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm actually banned from every casino in the world because I nationally showed people that I could get paid out on race tickets that didn't win, and that he really does this. He goes up to the window with losing horse race tickets, and through this technique, speaking to the subconscious, he convinces them that he won, and they pay him out.
He like
every
slams
time.
on the side. Yeah.
This window. I came to your window. He's anchoring certain words, and he does the whole what we just saw.
This is the right ticket here. Yeah. This
when
is
he's
what you want. Yeah.
and they pay him over. He gives the money back at the end, but he does another bit where he pays for diamond watches
With nothing.
blank paper. Blank pieces of paper, because he convinces them through this method.
And they count
that
them out
it's
like
money.
it's quid.
Oh,
it's
he
like
counts
1
it.
quid, 2 quid, 3 quid,
Yeah.
4 quid, whatever.
We're talking about like thousands of
of
dollars
course, yeah.
worth of jewelry,
Well, you
and
can't-
it's not until he's left and and they're out of this state of confusion.
They're like, why do I
that
have-
they look at
yeah,
blank
a bunch of paper in my hand, yeah.
and of course he gives all this stuff back. But right, I am actually banned from every casino in the world.
Damn.
So it's unfortunate, but I'm so glad we are going to New York, the greatest city on earth. So I appreciate the invite, and I would very much like you to buy me a ticket to the Empire State.
Vegas. Yeah. So,
Right.
well-
So when are we leaving to New York?
well, you just said you can't go to New York because you're banned from every casino.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you know what? Casinos aren't even the best thing about New York. We could do so much more when we
they
go to
don't
New
even
York.
have casino. I don't know why I even said
Chrysler.
that.
I
They
don't know
have
why you would even think of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Well, it's casinos at all. Chrysler.
We'll
we
stay
should
near
just.
the Chrysler building.
That would be beautiful. I would
Yeah,
love
in New York
What a
is what I
new
want.
idea! New idea to go to New York on
want it-
holiday. I
well-
would love this.
I'd rather go to New York than Vegas.
Always. New
Yeah.
York is, Empire State of Mind. It's just the Empire State. It's so great.
Yeah.
And
So we'll visit the Empire
We'll take
State
a big
Building.
bite out of the city.
Yeah.
Just need to buy my ticket. And send it to me when you
Right
can.
now,
Yeah. If you could.
So I'm gonna buy my ticket because for some reason I bought a ticket to Vegas.
Yeah. Oh, that.
I don't
Right.
know what I
you
was
can
thinking.
exchange those. Yeah. Just.
and then I'm gonna buy you a ticket for New York.
Thank you. Right. I
Okay.
really appreciate that. Yes. Yes.
My wife's gonna kill me because we got married in
Empire
Vegas.
State.
And she wants to. I know she wanted to go to Vegas, but I told her
Right, the
that
city
I
that
want
never
New York
sleeps. Right, what happens in New York
stays in.
exactly. What happens in
Lo-
New
in-
York
yeah, New York.
is if you can make it there, you can make it. You know the jingle. You
Everywhere,
can make it
anywhere.
anywhere.
Okay.
In New York.
So do you? Okay, first class is okay.
Of course, it's the first thing I would think of is the flight, and then the hotel. You said where were we staying again? In the
At
Empire
the Lux,
State.
we're near the Empire State Building.
That's beautiful. And Chrysler, where are we going to go? What should we visit? I'd love to see the sites. Chrysler, what do they have
So the
there?
Chrysler Building is there.
Right. They do have that's right. They have the Chrysler Building.
Yeah,
We'll visit
and-
the Chrysler Building in Old New York. So
Okay,
I love
so-
it. And you'll send me the tickets and the dates
Yeah, I'm buying them right now.
for
So
the holiday.
all right, December 5th. That works for you?
Oh, no, actually, I'm busy that day.
Oh,
but enjoy
shit.
your trip to New York.
But okay, yeah. Thanks so much, man. You streamlined the shit out of all my plans. I have these dumb plans. I think I'm so good at planning, and I'm so stupid. So thanks for doing that.
Oh, you're too hard on yourself. This is a beautiful idea.
Yeah, no, it was.
Enjoy.
Yeah, because we
Enjoy-
got married in
enjoy
Las
old New
Vegas.
York.
So going to New York.
Right, that's old news, right? Because you've already done it, so you
We've already got married. Yeah,
you know,
duh. Yeah.
and you've made it, right? You and your
If I
wife have
could
made
make
it,
it, yeah.
and so since you've
So
made
we got to
it,
make it in New York.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna move to New York.
Beautiful, love it. I'm there on holiday all the time.
Okay.
We'll get together. I have a show there actually
Okay.
coming up, so if you're in
All
town,
right. Well, bye then.
yeah. And but that's the kind of stuff. Yeah.
Never comes back.
All right, what do we got in the chat? Hey, D Livewire, welcome back to the show. Chase, this is great. I'm glad you're
Oh, good
enjoying
man.
Yeah, it goes to the bank, withdraw $1 million.
This is first class tickets. Yeah, this is
The
costing me a lot.
FBI calls him to consult. Police call. He doesn't do it because he feels it's inappropriate. But
Yeah.
They understand the power of what he can do. So here's my question. I'm gonna get a little woo woo for a second.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but
So hypnosis. We know that, and it's a science, right? I know there's people that don't believe that it's real, which is weird. It's like not believing grass is real. We know there's a
grass.
science.
I've always been,
Yeah. There's a science to hypnosis, right? And what's interesting is that there's a way to hack the brain, right? There's a way to get past the conscious mind and speak directly to the subconscious. And what happens when people are hypnotized? They're in this really pleasant, calm, suggestive state where they'll follow direction, right? They're very submissive. They'll pretty much do anything you say. And the way they put you into a hypnotic state is always by breaking some sort of norm, right? Breaking some sort of casual norm or routine, some daily routine, like the handshake inductions.
Yes.
Right.
So, something that I've always subscribed to and something I've always liked regarding this is that he's so clever where like he decides to hide the stuff. And it's there's like even a subculture around it, right? Which I like. I always like it. And I really think like hitting you don't know what I'm doing
Oh,
yet?
okay, yeah.
yeah.
There we go.
I really think hitting that on the head and just knowing I like this.
Yeah, it pushes your buttons.
Yeah, it pushes my buttons. Yeah.
Right.
And so it's a theory I've always subscribed to.
And you really like it.
Yeah, there's a subculture around
And
it.
even though it pushes your buttons, you like it. Okay.
I like
I
the
agree.
button pushing.
Actually,
yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
But yeah, so the idea that the human brain, like and subscribe, please. If the idea that the human brain can be hacked and you can be put into this submissive state where you're calm and you follow direction, like I said, we're gonna get a little woo-woo here.
Yeah.
Why do we have that? And who put that there? The ability to control human beings subconsciously through this technique where you can bypass the conscious, speak directly to the subconscious, and have them follow direction. It made me think of abduction cases.
Yeah.
Alien abduction. When people get abducted, they always say the same thing. I had this feeling of calm. They told me to come with them, and I came with them. They said, it's okay. You're going to be okay. And I'm on the table. They're doing surgeries and stuff. And there's this voice always calming them down, telling them. Yeah. And when people are in a state of hypnosis, they have the same kind of
I've heard
demeanor.
a bunch of theories or a bunch of victims of claim to be victims of abduction say that they tapped them on and they felt calm. But what about this? What if not aliens? If the woo-woo stuff you're going towards is maybe we're created by aliens or something,
not
and they created a backdoor,
but that they have this ability to access our brains.
But what about this? What about
like they're the
instead they found that because of our primal nature where we have like that fight or flight or freeze thing.
Right.
So like they get us in like the startled and then so they can, use that.
What's
to
more
be
pattern
suggestive.
breaking than a alien ship landing or just seeing an alien? It would break your reality. Yeah. And in that moment, you'd be so suggestive, just like hypnotic.
And that's the thing you were just saying that I don't know if everybody knows about the snap inductions and using the hand pull. So like everybody knows when you go for a handshake, everybody knows how it goes.
Right.
So when like people like that who do those snap inductions, the hypnotists, what they do is a very normal activity that people do on the regular, like shaking hands.
Something with a pattern.
Something with the pattern. Instead of just shaking their hand normal, they'll pull their hand. And that, because you have your like train of thought, right? Then picture an actual train. And then something that is totally out of the norm that when you're used to doing
shocks
this,
the system,
so it shocks the brain, it shocks the system. So now they can start
in that moment. It's just in that split moment where your brain's trying to think of what am I supposed to do? Just they say sleep.
This isn't normal.
It puts them to sleep.
Shit, they have to break.
It's interesting.
Yeah, they have to break your normal routine.
So that's the handshake and exactly. So they'll shake your hand, but then they'll turn your hand and put it on your face, and then they'll say sleep, and you go right down. Or like you said, pull their arm, sleep, and in that moment you follow direction.
Yeah.
So imagine an alien landing on your lawn, and they can talk directly to the subconscious, and they tell you it's okay, come with us, you're going to be fine, lay down, sit here, do this,
like and subscribe.
you'll be home. And the amnesia effect, hypnotists make you forget things all the time. If you've ever seen a hypnosis show, they'll make people forget their names, where they live, all kinds of things. They have the idea. So a lot of these victims of abduction, they don't remember it ever happening.
Yeah.
It's almost like, let's just say they were the admin, so to speak.
Okay.
That they built this back door in order to abduct us and experiment on us and keep us calm and keep us in a suggestive state where we're submissive, because that's what it's used for. So that's the most woo-woo answer of all. Yours is interesting too, because I was thinking, what's a more primal answer to this? It could be that over the thousands of years that we were chased by predators, that in that moment where you're not sure what to do, someone's saying, run.
Exactly.
You'll run. Yeah. So maybe that's
suggestive. Yeah.
what's keeping us alive is that ability to
especially
follow
back then.
direction.
So you're a little 4-year-old and your mom or dad hears, you don't quite know what that means.
Yeah.
So run, and that's,
and you do it.
and then so now it's our DNA.
Yeah. So it could be
Get
something
down, whatever it is. Yeah.
that we've evolved to have, this subconscious back door to your brain, if you will.
Yeah.
This way to hack the human mind in order to get you to follow instructions very quickly.
Yeah.
But it is interesting that the abductions sound a lot like hypnosis. And that the methods seem the same. And
after I remember I got hypnotized once.
Yeah.
And I couldn't sleep for weeks. This owl kept coming to my door.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about that poor woman? So I did hypnosis for a while, and there was this woman. She had
You left her in
trouble
hypnotic
with
state.
like knee pain, and I was trying to help her with her knee pain and quit smoking. She quit smoking,
But her knee
she
started
couldn't sleep.
smoking.
No, she couldn't sleep. She had problems ever since the hypnotic induction. She had issues sleeping. So I had to go back and actually hypnotize her again and undo what I did, that caused her to stop. And the way I did it is I anchored a way for her to put herself to sleep by just rubbing her leg lightly, just
swallow
over and
3
over again,
Xanax.
and it would
it
put her into a state of relaxation that would go deeper and deeper until she would fall asleep. But this can go wrong.
Just touch
if you don't know what you're
your
doing.
stomach and take 2 Ambien. Yeah.
But think about how strong that is. The
feeling
placebo
sleepy.
effect. That's something.
Who wrote that?
Who wrote what?
Oh, the placebo
No,
effect.
you saying taking the Ambien.
Oh, yeah.
What
yeah.
about the placebo
Oh,
effect?
yeah.
That is 100%
Isn't that
suggestion.
crazy?
Sometimes it's double the effect of the actual drug.
Yeah.
Just them telling you that it's getting better, you start to get better.
Yeah.
Who else does this? Miracle healers.
Yeah.
Evangelical healers. Have you seen those?
Yeah, of
Where
course.
they heal people and
So here's my sort of answer to that is I think right now I'm not going to a doctor, right? But if I'm like, you know what? I have been feeling like a chest pain. Let me go to a doctor. And they're like, dude, you have this and this and this and this.
Right.
You probably will be paralyzed in the next 3 days.
yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, shit.
your
what's
brain's the
happening?
boss.
My
Yeah.
brain's the boss.
Yep.
So I'm like, oh, damn it. Yeah, look at all this. This is a mess. I become Peter Griffin.
So in some cases, this really works. And the problem with the healers, and even Darren Brown says it is, they tell you that if you don't have enough faith, your symptoms will come back. Yeah. Throw away your pills. You'll be fine now. I've healed you. And they believe it. And in the moment, they feel better.
Tom Cruise believes all that stuff too. He doesn't believe in therapy or medicine.
But then when it comes back, they're like, oh, it's my fault. So Darren Brown did this miracle healing thing where he would even tell people, I don't have this power, but he would heal people. And there were a couple people, and he can't explain it to this day. There was one woman paralyzed, half of her body.
Yeah.
And he did his spiritual healing. And at the time, she didn't know it was fake. And her arm, she was able to move it for the first time in her entire life.
Crazy.
And years later, the woman still has full mobility in her arm, which she never had. He can't explain. There's like a 1% of these people with these real illnesses that he cured. And he doesn't know what it is. I think the way he explained it is mentally how you feel about your illness or how you feel about your injury mentally has a big effect on you. If you're told your whole life that you have this problem
you're
and then
convinced
someone
of it.
one
Yeah,
day
yeah.
tells you don't,
It's like, oh shit.
and all of a sudden you don't, it just shows you how powerful the mind is. We know the mind can heal the body.
One of the Patrons I subscribed to when I saw Darren Brown video, maybe my favorite thing he ever did was he did a whole entire show and then he flashed something at them a few times throughout the show. And
A
it said,
subliminal message.
forget. It said, forget.
Oh, that's funny.
And then after the show, people who were involved in the show, people he brought up on stage who
Yeah.
had these crazy experiences, right? He brought them up, and after the show, they'd be like, "Oh, it was such a great show," and the interviewers would be like, "What was your favorite part?" Not one person could recall a single moment.
That's
from like a 3-hour show.
There you go. That's subliminal messaging, and so it sounds like it actually works.
Yeah.
So we know
Out of all the patrons he subscribed to, that's the one that was
You're
crazy.
so funny. The Sirhan, we talked about him on the show before. Robert Kennedy's assassin. He says that he has no memory of doing it, and that little bits of pieces of memory come back. He says that once he saw this woman in a polka dot dress, he just forgets everything that happens after that.
He remembers,
and we know that he shot at Robert Kennedy, and he ended up dying. So Bobby Kennedy. He believes that he was hypnotized and that some government agency had hypnotized him to kill him.
You know who else
and then
believes
forget that it happened. Who else?
His Bobby's son.
Yep. Bobby's own son helped him get out of prison because he believes him. He believes that he was manipulated into doing what he did. He said that it took several of his security, of his dad's security, to get the gun out of his hand. He was super strength, something that people can do under hypnosis. They can have no pain.
Do my eyes deceive?
What do you mean?
Look who's in the chat.
Given Live, welcome back, buddy. Good to see you.
706.
Yeah. Talking subliminal messages today.
I was worried about
Hacking
you,
the
pal. I thought
subconscious.
something happened to you, buddy.
Yeah, it's good to see you, man.
Yeah.
You'll like this conversation today.
Yeah, for sure. This is up your alley.
So, so they always say that hypnosis, they can't convince you to do something that you wouldn't normally do. Now, Darren Brown released a special where he did do a full hypnotic session with this gentleman over a short period of time and got him to assassinate somebody and forget that he even did it. They had to show him a video of him doing it in order for him to even remember it happening.
And they did the polka dot dress and everything.
The polka dot dress. Oh, dude.
Yeah,
it's the
amazing.
scariest thing I've ever seen
It is
because
terrifying.
it shows that it's actually possible.
So, yeah, the actor, comedian Stephen Fry is doing a lecture. And the woman comes up and says, so they
they had a couple different ways of doing it.
So over time,
anchoring things.
Like anchoring stuff. So they'd be like, put him in a state.
Yeah.
And he'd spend like minutes, if not an hour, telling him, getting him into the mode where, okay, you're powerful, you're strong, and as soon as you see this is going to make you want to do this.
They
and
do
you're gonna feel this
sneaky stuff like take him to a gun range and they hypnotize him to be a better shot. And what's crazy is he goes from not even getting close to the target when after he's hypnotized, he hits the center target almost every time.
And what's the thing where he has to touch his chest or something?
It's just he touches his head and then he becomes this marksman.
Yeah.
And then they use this while he's under hypnosis, they use the polka dot to give him amnesia.
Yeah.
So and there's a certain sound that they play that activates the hypnotic state. So they have someone play the sound when they're in the theater. He's just sitting there. They play
and he
the
has
sound.
no idea.
Yeah.
He's supposed to kill anybody.
No, he
anything.
thinks he's just there for a show.
Yep.
He has no idea what. They set this whole thing up in this big controlled environment.
Yep.
The audience doesn't know what's going to happen, but there is security there.
Stephen Fry knows.
Stephen Fry's in on it. He has squibs on him.
Yep.
And stuff.
So
but they make this little noise near him. And you see him go into the state. Yep. Touches his forehead. Himself. Activates the marksman. The woman turns around in the polka dot dress and says the target is Stephen Fry.
Yeah.
That activates the amnesia. He's already in marksman mode. Pulls out the gun and just fires at him.
And the squibs go off on Stephen. The whole
he's
audience
laying there dead. Yeah, everyone's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And so they were able to get him to do it. And when they show the camera on him after he pulls the trigger,
he's sitting
just
down
laying,
calmly. Yeah.
He just in a total hypnotic
and
state.
then, like you said before, he had no fucking idea he even did it.
Afterwards, because they bring Stephen back out with a normal jacket, he finishes the lecture after they snap him out of it, and he just thinks he just saw a lecture. He has no idea that what happened with the shooting, and so the lecture's done. And afterwards, they say, "Do you remember anything weird happening during the show?" And he says, "No. What do you mean?"
Yeah.
And they show him killing him.
Oh, you don't remember shooting Stephen Fry?
Right.
So, Given Life said the movie Now You See Me Too.
Yeah.
Is when the
where they use hypnosis.
Is it when hypnosis?
Yeah, they have a snap
when they hypnotize the guy. But here's my gripe with Now You See Me Too.
Okay.
How are you not going to call that movie Now You Don't? How are you not going to call the sequel to Now You See Me Now You Don't?
That's a cool idea, but I think, and they probably pitched it. I'm
And
sure
they're
the
like,
idea was
maybe
pitched.
there's not enough correlation.
Yeah,
with
we need
Lou.
people to know this is a sequel.
Well, yeah, that's Jesse Eisenberg and Woody
Right,
Harrelson.
you have to put it together, but they are. Studios are
And they can
silly.
even just be like, the sequel to Now You
I
See
guarantee
Me.
it was the studio's
Now
decision.
You don't.
You
yeah.
know it was, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Now You See Me
Yeah,
too.
this is a brand. This is recognition.
Now you also
it
see me.
Made $1 million,
Now You See Me again.
100 million.
Stupid.
Yeah, studios mess up so much stuff.
Just like the
Snyder
movie
Cut.
Ready or Not, then if it has a sequel, it should be Here I Come.
That's funny. Yeah.
Not as good sounding, but whatever.
Right.
Here I come. But
Yeah, the CIA. That's what they think with Bobby Kennedy. Is the MK Ultra program was around during this time.
Yeah.
We know that it was going on. That they were using hypnosis. So that's interesting. So, alien thing. What do you think about that? The abduction theory I gave you.
yeah, it's strange. I don't know if. I think.
You think there's a possibility there that that's what they're accessing when they abduct people? Is
Yeah.
this hypnotic state?
Yeah. Well, I
Because
think
it doesn't seem like they use a ray
Well,
or
because
a dart.
no, none of that shit.
Yeah.
But I think they're so like, from what we know and the stories we've heard, they're so beyond. And they're so like they talk. What's going on? They communicate in telekinesis. What's fucking happening?
Just dinging. I'm trying to connect to your thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So telekinesis. They don't need to.
But that's how they speak directly to the subconscious, right? They break a normal pattern by just being there.
Yeah.
And then they're speaking to the subconscious directly, telepathically.
Yeah.
And that's what they're speaking to. You're okay. Stay calm. Come with us. It just seems like, why is there a back door into the brain? So I find that interesting.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about spirit healers. That's something that I thought was interesting, being able to access the subconscious to heal yourself. There was a book in the 1930s that was all about how your body can heal, and that if you can self-suggest, almost like self-hypnosis, but self-suggestion, that you don't have, just like the placebo effect, that you don't have this issue, or that you're getting better every day. They showed huge percentages of people that were able to heal themselves, like things that were supposedly incurable. And there's dozens of testimonials to this.
So we can get right back to that real quick.
Yeah.
Something important we got to get to, ladies and gentlemen. The news. Man on the ground, are you there, sir? Man on the ground. Hello. Cool beans, dude. Yeah. Hello, sir. Are you there? Cool. This is great.
Well, that's what happens when you have a satellite connection. Every once in a while, the satellite goes down, and we have to get back in contact. Plus, there is a delay. There's a delay sometimes.
Man on the ground, are you there, sir?
Hey, how's it going?
There he is. It's going
Hey,
great.
Welcome back to the show.
Man on the ground, man on the ground. So we're talking subliminal messaging. So we're talking subliminal messaging.
Yep.
We're talking
The
hypnosis,
subconscious,
the
hacking the brain.
subconscious. We're talking this.
Yeah.
So what do you got for us?
I was going to say, what Darren was talking about, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Cross Castaneda, but there's a great bit in some of the books about self-healing, which is that we have that ability, and it just takes intense focus and that the total belief.
Yeah.
So very cool. Enjoyed that a lot.
Like medicine
and
man.
going back to
And
to
those
where you guys started,
Don
Jared,
Juan.
100% right. This James Vickery was the father of subliminal messaging when he lied about
bullshit artist.
projecting
Yeah.
these 1/3000th of a second images during the movie Picnic in 1957.
Oh, that old chestnut.
And an old chestnut. And it said drink Coca-Cola, buy popcorn, and popcorn sales went up 60%, but Coke only 18%. I wonder what happened there. That was weird.
Yeah.
Fake numbers are hard to come up with.
Yeah. They're hard to explain.
And again, as you say, after they challenged him, he said, no, he made it up. And people say, well, he didn't just make up the results. There was no test ever. They made up the whole damn thing.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
theater said, we never allowed this.
Yeah.
But let's clarify. So what you're calling subliminal messages are really superliminal. Superliminal messages, because those are signals that you can see or hear but are not conscious of, versus the ones like subliminal, which is like sleep learning, right? So
Which
it's
is like what?
subliminal when you're awake, you just don't notice it, versus when you're asleep.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. But as you guys were saying, these have been confirmed to be true. There was a research firm who did a test, and they did this Thirsty and Coca-Cola during a Simpsons episode, and they actually found that people were 27% thirstier after the episode. But as you guys were saying, it only works when you already have a predisposition. Right. If you're a little thirsty and they say thirsty, then you're more thirsty. But if you're not thirsty at all, it doesn't do anything to you. So and basically they say that it lasts, they can't make you vote for somebody you don't like.
Oh, hold on. It just
made me thirsty.
Subliminal messaging just worked. Yeah, Jared just took a big old gulp of water.
Yeah, I was like, man, I am thirsty. I am just thirsty all of a sudden for some reason.
Yeah. That's so subscribed to Patreon right there.
But they basically say that it just, if you have a predisposition, if you're thirsty and they flash a drink, you'll buy that drink. But if you're not thirsty, it doesn't matter what drinks they flash. It's not going to do anything to you. Mm-hmm. And they also found in tests that it lasts maybe 25 minutes. It's not a long-term thing.
Right.
Just
like the spirit healers. It's usually once they leave the room, it's over.
I can walk again. Hey, God, no.
They did do a cool test, though, in a British supermarket back in 1999, where they alternated the music they played. And the days they played German music, they sold more German wine. And the days they played French music, they sold more French wine.
That makes all the sense in the world to me, though. Of course. Yeah. Like if I go to Senor Frogs or something, I want a margarita. Right. As opposed to if I go to Grimaldi's, I want, a glass of wine.
The atmosphere. You go to Senor Frogs. I mean, seriously.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said, talk about predisposition. You're going to Senor Frogs. What are you going to order?
Yeah.
A vodka martini. Yeah. I mean, really.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But so it's the atmosphere and and also the predisposition.
And your predisposition is true. Yeah. Although, as they say, some of the things you showed or shows examples of. And actually, I think where they found that they can make you do things you don't want to do is if they make you think it's something that you wanted to do. So they trick you. Yeah. And you're not actually killing somebody, but you're saving somebody.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, in the case of the one we spoke about, he believed that he was in a gun range shooting at a target. Yeah. And that great feeling he had of hitting the target every time. And he said he could even smell the room and feel the sound. And like he was back in that range, but he was actually shooting a guy on stage. So they bring you into this other state. Scary though that it's possible. Yeah. Scary that's possible.
Yeah, it's true. But again, that's why you can't make you do things but that you don't want to do, but it can trick you into thinking it's something that you wanted to do.
That's the scary part.
Yeah. And that is the scary part. Yeah. So generally, subliminal messaging, superliminal messaging maybe works a little bit if you have to manage it right, but in general, it's not mind control, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was the general consensus, although it can be tricked to be.
Yeah. So
that's it. That's what I've got. I do, though.
I agree with you. I've always liked and subscribed to that theory. Yeah.
But I do have a few jokes.
Let's fucking go.
I can't imagine.
Coming up with or finding subliminal jokes is tough.
Good luck. Yeah. Let's see what we got.
I had to examine my unconscious. I did find a few. Okay. So first, and this is crazy, but I just found out that the Spice Girls were paid off by the tobacco industry to hide subliminal pro-smoking messages in their songs.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No. That's interesting.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, but But after I listened to one of their songs, it made me really, really, really want to stick a cigar.
Oh, that's so stupid.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's good. Considering. That's great. Considering.
Cigar.
And and of course, some people think that Reddit is full of subliminal advertising. I think that's crazy. But not as crazy as the low prices found at Dave's Carpet.
Yeah. That's good.
All right. And in case you guys didn't know, because I have a long history of things you guys don't know about, I was once a subliminal advertising executive.
What? Oh,
wow. But only for a second. Only for a second.
That's good. I like it. That's
good subliminal message jokes.
Yeah, how's their subliminal message jokes?
Not bad, huh?
Well, it's pretty
not fucking bad. Well done.
That's it for the man of the ground. Darren signing off from beautiful downtown Burbank.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you as always. Very funny, very informative, very cool. Thank you, and we will see you next Tuesday. Thank you, sir.
See you next time.
Yep.
Later.
Thank you, sir.
Always a pleasure. That's so funny, dude.
Oh my God.
That's so funny. That was a subliminal advertisement, only for a second.
Yeah, that's genius.
Great. The Sig didn't see that coming. I was like, spice. I'm like, tobacco.
Shoot,
spice.
what could it be?
Yeah.
Well,
My brain was a going. I'll have to watch See Me Now. Oh, Now You See Me Too. Sounds interesting, given life. Good movie. I haven't seen any of Now You See Me. The first one I liked.
Oh yeah.
I did see the second one because they changed the chick out. Who does Hypnotism?
Ratcliffe is.
No,
it's the same.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah,
right? He's the
Harrelson's
Mentalist.
still the Mentalist.
Yeah.
I love Mentalism. They're so fun.
I feel like you're beaming with excitement. As me as Woody Harrelson being a Mentalist.
Okay.
You're beaming with excitement. Doesn't he have his jaw like jetted out like that?
Kinda. Yeah.
So what? You mean to tell me that you wanted a leather jacket instead of a BMX bike? So I kill zombies my whole goddamn life.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't tell
pretty
me how to
close.
kill zombies.
Yeah. That's not
I
bad.
got my own methods. I shoot them in the heads off.
Yeah. Zombie. What do you think? Zombie Kill of the Week?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
No, I like those movies. Those are fun.
Yeah.
I love the way that.
And then Jesse Eisenberg. What's the Jesse Eisenberg impression?
Good. Oh, I like the
He's gotta
grifter,
talk
the
fast.
brother.
Dave Franco.
Yeah, Dave Franco. He's always like stealing the watches or the car, or where they
I
do the
also can
card thing.
free run.
They throw the card and hide the card in the sleeves and the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, that shit's
That's
sick.
in the second one.
I
Yeah,
also free run.
yeah. But yeah, subconscious attacks.
Do your best Jesse Eisenberg impression. That was good.
Yeah,
that
what's
was
a
it.
Jesse Eisenberg impression?
You gotta like just like, talk fast and be a little prick.
If they invented the Facebook, they would have invented the Facebook.
Yeah, there you go. That was good.
That's it.
That was good.
Yeah.
4 syllables for a word for meaning too smart for any. I don't know what he says. I don't remember the line. But you just talk fast. Hey, look at me. I'm wearing fucking flip flops. Social network. And now I'm Lex Luthor.
The red capes are coming. The red capes are coming.
If that's the line. If it is all powerful, it cannot be all good.
Yeah. And if it's all good, then it cannot be all powerful.
Did I do it backwards?
No,
If it is all powerful, then it cannot be all good.
Yeah.
That's my Eisenberg. Anyway, moving on. So I got some sublims that everyone
Real
grew
quick,
up with.
I wanted to
Nope.
ask-
I'm digging.
I want to ask you a question. Do you think we are under attack, subconscious, or is our subconscious under attack on a daily basis? When you watch the media, when you're on social media, when you see these advertisements.
Oh, 1,000,000%. Yeah.
I mean, just your TikTok algorithms and your Instagram algorithm, things like that.
Yeah.
It's picking up what it knows about you, and it's giving you suggestions constantly.
Well, before we get to all these crazy Disney ones real quick.
Yeah.
One of the things that was crazy that I've seen was this couple who don't have a cat.
Yeah.
Kept talking about cat food with their phones out. Oh, don't forget, we need to buy cat food. I would really love some cat food for my cats. And they looked at their Facebook and shit, and cat food ads up.
Well, we know they do that.
We know they do that.
Yeah,
but that was just like proving it, like
that's
proof positive, like years ago. But crazy.
So that's using algorithms and listening to us and then selling our data. We know they do that.
Yeah, that's super cool. Thanks, guys.
Do you think that there is this in media, like when you listen to a news report, the way that somebody introduces a news story when they're like, well, the so and so, the tone of voice they use and the adjective they use to describe somebody, they're immediately giving you a narrative before they even introduce the story.
I think the channel you turn on there's already built-in narratives.
Yeah, right. And so we have to kind of watch out for that, right? We have to watch out for what's the actual story.
Just know when you're watching CNN or Fox or whatever, when you're watching these, know that they are geared towards leaning in a certain direction. Just know that.
Just listen to the language.
And,
and how a story's presented.
So don't parrot these phrases these people say. You know?
There's a lot of that. A lot of echo chambering. I think it's important that we understand that because this is possible, that if we are told something enough and in the background we hear it enough, or we're throwing images of something enough, that we're going to start to believe it or lean into it.
Yeah.
So the best thing you can do, I think, is to try to defend yourself from these types of things, and try and listen to the subtext. What's the actual story? Who are the people involved? Not how they're described before the story's told, or what words are being used to describe one side or the other. Listen to what the actual story is, and then decide for yourself. I think that's the same with social media. You're getting a picture of what people want you to see as what their lives, you know, they're giving you a false sense of what their life looks like or what they're doing. And it makes you feel, like your life isn't as great, or that you have something.
Sure. Well, dude, all that social media shit,
so overt.
It's all nonsense. Because if you look at mine, you're like, dude, all he does is go out to sick ass concerts. And
this guy's great.
Man. I'm just posting the highlight. It's the highlight reel of my life.
Yeah, and I think too much of it does give you these suggestions that you're inadequate, and that's no matter what it is, whether how you look or what the type of life you lead or the type of job you have.
No, if there was
horrible.
If there was a real Instagram where like it just your phone like took pictures or videos of you throughout the day,
that'd be awful.
That's a real. You'd see somebody leaning over the sink jerking off crying, and then you'd see some girl like go and put like the cookies away, and then she's like, oh, let me grab a few more. Like you would just see people being people.
Yeah,
just,
I think it's important to remember that we're all going through something.
Yeah.
Everybody has something
Dude,
that they're dealing with.
Megan Fox is crying hysterically. Right now.
Whoever you think it is that has the perfect life, they've got so many problems. We're all human beings.
Yeah.
A group of people
except
that
Brad Pitt.
You might be
cool. He's
against
chilling.
for whatever reason. Like there's some narrative that you grew up with maybe, or that you felt some certain group is a certain way, or remember, we're all in this together. We're all human beings. Skip the narrative.
German people are objective.
Keep an eye out.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
McKenna, what up? Look, we got given on live.
Just try to ignore the narratives and really remember we're all human beings. So try to defend yourself from these types of attacks, mental attacks.
Most of us.
Yeah,
I mean, all
McKenna?
of us are human beings.
Yeah, so that's my piece. I just wanted to add
cool.
that.
I dig it. I do it. I win it. I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it.
So that's subliminal messaging. That is the subconscious hacking the brain, if you will.
But
yes.
But wait, there's more.
Sid.
And she's no Sharon Stone. Okay, enough. So, Jared.
Yeah.
When I say subliminal messages in movies, and I'm Jack Nicholson, what do you think of?
I think of, Disney movies for sure.
Right? Disney movies.
Oh, my goodness. Which is the worst. That should be not
the only place where they're not
there
found.
shouldn't be any subliminal messages in our children's films and TV shows.
Yeah, so there's some here that I'm like, wait a minute. Like this first one, it's like, okay, someone's just sick. And maybe it's Robin Williams.
Oh.
Rest in peace, rest in power. We love you. But check this out. So the one everybody's heard is the Lion King, is the Aladdin, good teenagers, take off their clothes. Have you heard this one?
Yeah, I remember this. Growing up, I remember hearing about this.
They say that Aladdin's character says, good teenagers, take off their clothes. But the movie script,
why would you put that in
it's fucking twisted.
Kids
Dude,
movie?
think of how sick you have to be like, good teenagers take off their clothes.
And it's
not like good girls
in a subliminal way.
Men or
like
boys
it's just in the background, right?
Yeah. So it's supposed to be because he's pretending to be Prince Ali Baba, right?
Yeah.
And he goes up to little Jasmine there. He doesn't know she has a big old Bengal tiger, right? So he's like, oh shit. So it's supposed to be good kitty, scat, take off and go.
Oh.
But if you listen, it's not that.
Okay.
Check it out.
Well, this is terrifying.
Tell me if you hear good kitty, scat, take off and go, or good teenagers, take off their clothes.
Okay.
Because that's what I hear.
At go. There are many who think he really says, good teenagers, take off your clothes. Take a listen. What do you hear?
Good teenagers, take off their clothes.
It's like blatant. Good teenagers, take off their clothing.
Yeah.
It's not.
And it's like in the background too.
Well, yeah, because you hear the kitty growling.
Right. You
so
said
it's like,
she's walking out.
Yeah,
You're not focused on,
that. Yeah. But tell me if you hear good kitty, scat, take off and go.
Okay.
Because I don't.
Off, scat, go. There are many who think he really says, good teenagers, take off your clothes. Take a listen. What do you hear?
Good teenagers, take off your clothes. Good teenagers, take off your clothes.
Number 14.
Yeah, it's pretty
Inside Out.
pretty obvious when you slow it down too.
Yeah.
What do you hear?
That's so creepy, dude.
Good teenagers, take off your clothes.
Where's the scat? Like, no,
Yeah.
nothing. So this one is silly as hell.
Oh wow, this is a recent one.
Yeah, there's a few recents I got here. So this one, great movie.
At one point, the characters are debating whether there are any bears in San Francisco. There's a noise in the distance, and Fear is worried that it might be a bear. Disgust says not to worry because there aren't any. But Anger replies, I saw a really hairy guy. He looked like a bear. Was this then a comment about the gay community in the city, or something completely accidental?
It was a joke.
I saw a
I
really
think.
hairy guy. He looked like a bear. Oh, I'm so jumpy.
Yeah, I think that's just a joke.
That's
yeah.
just
Bug's
filler, yeah,
Yeah.
conversation.
A Bug's Life was
Okay, so this one's sort of funny. It's a bug says, oh, you hear right here.
misfit bugs who joined him on his journey, one of which was a lady
You
bug
want
called
to
Frances.
pollinate with a real
At one
bug?
point, he's performing for a crowd in a circus when he's subjected to somewhat of an awkward heckle. A housefly shouts out, hey cutie, want to pollinate with a real bug? Francis doesn't take too kindly to this, but was it the meaning behind what the fly had said or the fact that it happened in a movie aimed at children
Okay,
that
say
caused
it
the most
already.
offense? Hopefully, there weren't too many parents who had to explain it to their kids.
Hey, cutie! Want to pollinate with a real bug?
So I think that's just a joke for adults, right?
Right, yeah. I don't
fucking
think
A.
that's trying to make children do anything weird.
Good teenagers, take off their
That's a weird one, especially because it is hidden in the background. That's a line for everyone to hear, so
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like it's like a sneaky thing.
No. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're zoomed up on the one character saying it.
Yeah, he's
So
just
this,
making a
they're
joke.
like, why is the tent just around his wiener? But he has a small blanket. Is the joke, right? Not that it's a small tent.
Okay.
But he's
If there was
pitching
nothing
a
holding
tent.
up the tent, that would be weird.
That'd be creepy.
Yeah.
But he's pitching a tent, quote unquote,
Okay.
right? So this one is silly also. So it says, I just think this is a joke for adults. It says truck stop, the top-down truck stop, convertible waitresses. So like topless.
that's so
Which is just
funny.
clever, right? That's just clever.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think that's-
in a kids show though. That's weird.
In cars,
we
yeah.
would only get it. I think adults would only understand it.
Yeah, this one, The Rescuers, it shows the
Weird
like
image
porn
of a
magazine.
topless woman. According to Disney,
What?
this hadn't been done by the original
Yeah.
animators, but during post-production when the film
See that? Clearly a
Holy
topless
crap!
woman.
Yeah, the bar's covering
The bar's
it,
covering
but
the yits, yeah.
They threw that in a kids movie.
So they claim, the animators claim, what? We don't even know what that. I've never even seen
Yeah,
a naked
what?
woman, dude.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, so they're like, it must have been when they released it on VHS. They must have thrown that in there, dude.
Dude,
These
that's
people are
creepy though.
I'm like, all right,
These
it's-
guys are that's
just inappropriate.
that's terrible.
That's just not. That's just no
They
bueno.
actually put that in a freaking
That's in there,
cartoon.
dude. That's in there. And then this is dumb. Anal beads is the joke. So that they're trying to steal beads, but they have no pockets. So
Yeah.
they string him to his thing, but it looks like anal beads, right?
Oh, it does kind of.
A little bit, right?
That's funny.
So we know this one. This movie's the best, by the way.
Yeah.
Lion King, just the king of movies.
kicks up a cloud of dust. As it floats in the air, it seems to arrange into letters and create a word. But what do you think it is? One of the animators involved in the
Yeah,
movie
what do
claimed
you
Oh,
think
that's
it is?
straight up.
Yeah.
letters, but that they are actually SFX. But there are
But
many who
there's the
believe
bottom of
F
an F.
is instead an E.
It's an E.
No,
Number
it's an
7,
SCX.
Cars 2.
For sure.
Yeah.
The Lion King was one of my favorites growing up. What I always thought was interesting is that nobody noticed how evil Scar was. The most obvious villain of all time. And the brother of the king, obviously, he's jealous the whole time. Anytime they interact with each other, he's like a jerk. Like, Why didn't any of the the kingdom was
rules
thriving.
over a kingdom.
Yeah, like why? Like even a random squirrel, just come up and be like, "Hey, Mufasa."
Yes. One of my squirrels from my
Yeah, just
giant
a squirrel
kingdom.
from around the way. You know, I
Yes.
just wanted to tell you, I think something wrong with your brother. I think he's just a little strange. This guy. You know, he hangs out in like this weird, dead-looking cave, super dark, creepy
he
place.
stays on the side of the mountain that we don't go to.
Right, he lives there. That's kind of. But you know, if that was the only thing, I wouldn't have been there. But
he likes his space.
Oh no, he likes more than that. He likes hyenas. You know, nature's enemy. He's best friends with these guys. Almost like a
They're not the
super villain henchman
weird
type
that-
relationship.
It's weird he's doing that. Yeah, he's hanging around the hyenas. I think he just needs good friends.
Yeah, maybe, but he kind of always gives you that look when you talk to him, like he wants to kill you.
When he says, "Oh, my king."
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
the sarcasm.
Yeah, but
there's
that's-
something there. I think I would just like watch my.
So
fur,
what are you
know?
claiming? You're claiming my brother would care for pride more than their family. I know that's weird coming from a lion, but you think they care for their
I think he's lying
power?
for sure.
Oh, okay,
He's
I see what
definitely
you did there.
lying. Right? Yeah, you know.
Okay.
I got squirrels are funny. This is the kind of stuff we do.
Yeah, I'm surprised you focused this long, frankly.
Yeah, you know, that's true. It's just important. I'm worried about you. I mean, we've been thriving. Oh, bird, you're right. There's something over there in there. What were we saying?
That's Zazu. He worries too much as well.
Zazu's a bird. Yeah,
he
Zazu.
says the same thing.
Yeah, he's. You should listen to him. I'm just saying.
You see these?
He hangs out with hyenas all
You don't need to
day.
worry.
Lives in a big thing of bones.
The cave of bones that we don't go to.
He's
Yeah, he
not
lives there
very
now.
nice to your kid. I mean, I've seen him do some things.
Oh,
and
him
the
and
way he
Simba get
talks.
along. Oh, they love
I
each
wouldn't say
other.
get along more than he's jealous of your kid because he's going to be king one day. I would just watch your fur. That's all. We just wanted to let you know. Me and the other squirrels, we were just worried about you. He's kind of a psychopath.
Yeah, I just.
Bird,
I would wish you wouldn't have done it with him here.
Oh, yeah, it's always weird talking about someone when they're in the room.
Yeah, I don't know
He's
why
there.
you guys chose to say it right in front of me. It's
You
pretty
know,
fucked
the
up.
hyena thing, I'm just like saying, you're kind of an evil guy. And I mean, we can talk about this later.
People are intimidated by me, so I gotta hang out with people who aren't.
Why don't we do this tomorrow when
Scar's
Scar's not around, Mike King? After the stampede's over, I think this is like a stampede around 3.
Yes, no, yeah. Watch out for the stampede tomorrow.
Right, so yeah, after the
everyone
stampede,
be careful.
we'll meet.
Beware of the stampede.
Yeah.
So, Scar, will you please escort the young squirrel home?
Oh, no, I'm good. Look, another bird over there.
There is a bird there. I saw that one too.
What were we saying?
That Scar is gonna escort you
Oh
home.
yeah, no. Oh
Safely.
no, please. I've got so many things to do. There's nuts everywhere. I got a lot of collecting to do. I'd rather he not be anywhere near me. He's a serial killer.
He won't do anything to you. You'll be fine.
Pretty sure he's gonna do something to you. Wait, what were we saying?
Scar's
Oh
taking
yeah, I'm gonna
you
go
home.
get a bunch of nuts. That's
Yeah,
right.
no.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some nuts.
Let me take you home. No, I'll take you home,
Yes,
kid.
just watch your fur,
Let me
King.
go.
Something-
You don't
something
gotta worry
fur.
about nothing, King. You don't remember anything, do you?
Something
piece of
about
shit. By the way,
fur.
you're quite astute. I am gonna fucking kill the shit out of that King. You have no idea.
I knew it. I'm gonna tell him right
fucking
now.
Love
Bird.
hyenas.
There's another bird right there.
Yeah. Hey,
Some nuts.
What were we just talking about?
Yeah, what were we talking about?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get some nuts.
Yeah.
Pleasure
You're the best.
to spend time with you.
I know
Scar.
it's really nice to get all this shit off my chest because I've been planning this fucking stampede for weeks, and it's so nice to be
Oh
able
yeah,
to.
Stampede.
The hyenas,
Thanks
they
for
don't get
the
it.
warning.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna eat
come
you
on,
now.
It
though.
was overtly evil.
But I'm gonna kill you now. Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, there you go.
Well, it
Sorry.
sucks.
Yeah, you've been a big
Actually,
mistake.
all my squirrel friends know I'm here, and my squirrel family. I told them I was coming, so if you did something to me, they're gonna know it's you.
Okay, you win this round, Squirrel.
Wait, what were we saying?
That you needed to be on the bottom of the
birds.
floor at 3 p.m. tomorrow, right?
All right, I'm gonna go get some nuts. It was good seeing you.
Go do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good seeing you. We're friends.
Someone
if you
should
forgot.
have warned him.
We love you.
He's a psycho. He hanging out with hyenas.
Living
in a dark cave.
cave full of bones.
He's sarcastic to my king.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what?
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Oh no, sure, my
Care if you
king.
are my brother,
and your
man. That's
son,
weird.
the heir to the throne.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
all right.
Yeah. But that'll never happen.
Yeah. I'll make sure of it.
Yeah,
What's
it
that,
was
Scar?
pretty obvious. He was
Nothing.
going to kill the king. Yeah.
And then James Earl Jones, who does the voice of Mufasa.
Oh, that's right.
He narrates and he says
He's great.
That the squirrel later died.
Yeah, later
apparently
that
it's
day he was
Morgan
found.
Freeman,
Yeah.
He was found, ripped to shreds by hyenas.
Yep, for sure.
Many believe Scar did it, but there's
yeah,
no proof.
he had hyenas working for him. Did nobody see that there was some evil plot afoot? I don't know. It's just silly.
I know. So good.
I think Mufasa could have lived if somebody would have spoken up.
Speaking of, there's another one of the Lion King ones that's so crazy. That's so crazy.
I thought it was just that SEX
Sex in the
one.
Sky?
Yeah, that's so creepy that you would
Dude.
throw that in there.
No, this one is it's different. So check it out. Hold on. Let's get there. So
Yeah, Chase says those animators were wild and yeah,
Straight
for
up.
sure.
look at this one. So tell me what you think about CTB. Hi, with a red, yellow. pink
Yeah,
hand.
welcome back, CTB.
First one was bad enough. Then they pulled out all the stops for the second.
This guy's so dramatic.
In Cars 2, there's a crew of older cars who is known as the Lemons, who in one scene have a big party where they have lemonade, lemon hats, and lots of lemons.
Tell me if you heard about this.
One car there even says, "Is this a lemon party?"
Have you ever heard of Lemon
Just
Party?
so we're clear on what's going on, and while this may not seem too bad, you most definitely shouldn't even think about searching for the phrase in Google.
Oh.
It relates to one of the oldest internet memes known as the Lemon Party, which is an image of three elderly men who are engaged in a pleasurable act. Something that certainly has no place in a movie for
So
kids.
that's weird, right?
That's a weird one.
Am I here for the lemon party? It's like,
Yeah, we get cars that don't work. You call them
they're
a
lemon. Yeah,
so,
I get that. But yeah, to say specifically that, maybe. Who knows?
There's no
Weird.
way that they didn't search that up at some point accidentally and see like, oh, maybe we shouldn't do this.
My
Maybe.
favorite of all of these,
Yeah.
especially how this guy presents it, is amazing, dude. Look at this. He's nuts.
Muppets?
So yeah, the
I didn't know
Muppets
they
Treasure
did weird
Island
stuff in Muppets.
Dude, check this out. Well, it's very overt.
First mention being when she talks about Captain Flint and says,
So she's a slut.
Yeah.
Listen, so check it out.
"He was a pirate. I was a lady. You know the rest."
Okay.
And then later on, when she meets Long John Silver, she says, "Hello, Long John." In a
But all that aside, the best part of this whole thing, look at the editing that this guy does.
Okay.
He makes her like out to be like a villain. Watch, I'll show you.
cheeky way. And Kermit reports, "Oh no, him too? Probably from
what?
experience.
Probably from experience. Listen,
Feeling sorry for all of them."
feeling sorry for all of them, which is a weird thing to say. Like she sleeping with her is like a horrible thing. And then look at this weird long take it does on her. Like it's a serial killer. Isn't that weird editing?
Yeah, the whole thing is strange.
Anyway, so next one. Yeah, that's just weird. Oh, Long John.
Yeah. Oh my God, Long John too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Why would you put that in there?
And so this guy is a boner.
No way.
To one of the animators.
Yeah, it's supposed to be his knee or something.
Stop it. And we know the cover of the movie.
Yeah, we'll get there, yeah.
Before we've not
where's
seen
it?
the original version of the film,
Check
for
it out.
recent re-releases, the offending object has been edited over to prevent
They
any
had to
more
edit
young
it
minds
out?
from being
See it? You see? It's supposed to be the bend of his knee, but it's his little wiener. You see
Before
it?
we've
What?
not seen
No.
the original version of the film, for recent re-releases, the offending object has been edited over to prevent any more young
See it going up?
minds from
There it is. You see it? Right there.
Okay.
In between the two, like
Being
little
corrupted.
things. Yeah. It's supposed to be the bend
Before
of
we
his knee.
move on,
Looks like his kick.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
There's like a bump there for no reason.
Yeah.
That's silly.
And then
please
here's this one just doesn't make sense. Here's why. So check this out. So they say, look,
wow.
there's a chick. The only reason I'm inclined to believe them is because does that look like Mufasa's face on the
No,
left
that's
at all?
100%. They
Just
did that
to
on
make it
purpose.
so there's a naked lady there.
Yeah, they did
'Cause
that on purpose.
It looks like a weird chipmunk, like an angry chipmunk.
No, that's not a lion's face. Oh, that is
at all.
So
That's supposed to be
funny.
Mufasa? Nope. Doesn't that look like just a weird chipmunk in watercolors?
What's wrong with these guys? They had to have, some of them had to have just been doing this for fun, like a little nod to each other.
So, like,
that's super obvious.
That's so obvious, and they had to pull it off the shelves, clearly.
I wonder who what
Off this
animator
woman's
got fired.
her arms stretching up and her hair
Yeah.
over her back.
That is bad.
He said it was a coincidence.
No,
It's so
come
weird.
on, that's so
yeah,
bad.
no, it's pretty overt. It's so overt. It's covert.
Yeah.
And the SFX or SEX.
Yeah.
in
Definitely
the
not
sky.
F.
And then
Problem was, whether intentionally or
We all
not,
seen this
the image
one.
contained something
Yeah.
highly controversial for the release of a children's film and resulted.
So
I remember seeing this as a kid
Yes.
in like middle school.
yeah, me too. So the artist said, "Nope, it wasn't supposed to be that. It was 4 a.m. I was commissioning the art. I was supposed to get it out, so I was just tired, and I didn't think twice about how it looked, how it could have resembled
It's
a
center
girl."
frame. It's
Dude, Joe
It has
Rogan
all the
even said it has
parts.
balls, which it sort of does.
yeah.
right?
Oh, it's like completely
And then
obvious.
there's the spire.
There's
and
the
there's ball.
head. And
Dude, it
everything.
has a it's a circumcised little wang, right?
Yep.
Weird. So, dude, Disney's creeps. What do you
Yeah,
want me to
there's
say?
some creepy stuff going on. I love how they notice it and then pull it, so they know that it's whack.
And it just keeps happening. It happened in Cars too. That came out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know, right?
Look at that, Jesus Christ.
What Frozen?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So there's a few Frozen theories here.
I love that movie. That was a good one.
Of course you did.
Yeah. Well, my daughter. I mean, this was like
Let it go.
the big movie when she
Let it
was
go.
that age.
Every
yeah.
kid sang that song. Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Two popular
That's a
characters from the
hit.
film are Kristoff and his pet
It
reindeer
charted,
Sven.
I think.
But have you ever wondered why they're so close? And more importantly, why Kristoff's coat looks to be lined with the same type of fur as Sven is covered in? One theory is that the fur of Sven's mother was given to Kristoff as a gift following her demise. And because he now smells and looks like her, that's why Sven sees him as
That's
a
a
mother figure.
dark theory.
Hey, Christoph.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I just have this bond with you. It's really something.
Yeah. I
Like,
don't know where it comes from.
yeah. It's weird. It
Yeah.
just. You have like a maternal thing about you. Does
Oh,
that make
that's
sense?
interesting,
Isn't
considering
it?
I'm a man. But
Yeah.
it could be because I wear your mother's skin.
Yeah. I don't look up to you at
She
all.
had
as a
this
friend.
tattoo. Remember?
Yeah, of course. She got it when she was in her slut phase in her
my God.
20s. Yeah, how weird. Isn't that a weird little
that's a
tidbit?
dark theory. That's no way that's
Dude, who thought it? It's like, oh,
Yeah.
look what he's wearing. Sort of looks like
Yeah.
that. So that's why he loves
that's
him,
the
'cause it's
hide of another
it's fucking
reindeer.
creep. Yeah. Of his mother, no less.
Couldn't be any other animal.
Or
Next, when
anything.
Kristoff is
Yeah.
quizzing Hans in front of Anna and asks if he picks his nose and eats the booger,
There's another
Anna
silly
looks
one.
disgusted and says that he mustn't do that because he's a prince. Kristoff cheekily adds every man does it, and Anna goes, ew. But are they actually still talking about picking a nose or something completely different that all men do?
Probably not that.
There's no
Yeah.
I don't think it's a
that's
masturbation
weird-
joke, yeah.
Yeah, that's a stretch. That's a stretch theory.
Old men do it. Yeah. Okay, well. There's only one thing they could be talking about, man. Okay.
Yeah, that's just whoever came up with the theory. That's where
They're-
their
yeah,
head
they're
went.
creeps, yeah.
Yeah, that's not
And
the
then,
animators.
There's a few other silly ones, but let's get to the last one here. So this one got some flack because it looks like
one of the
a
greatest
naked
villain
chick.
songs ever to feature in a Disney.
And we got to hear it. So it looks like a naked chick,
They
right?
love
It's
doing
Esmeralda,
Yeah.
but it looks like she's naked. But if you actually look closely, so first of all,
Okay. Yeah, that does.
it looks like there's some
Yeah.
clothes though. And you got to understand, they only have a certain, like 2 colors, 3 colors they can use. So,
So they
to,
have to
to
kinda-
draw a silhouette. Also,
Yeah, get her figure.
what's wrong with this? A woman's a naked, even if they made her naked, what's wrong with the naked woman silhouette? You're not
Naked
showing
woman-
nips or anything, right?
Well, it's a kid's film.
Yeah,
Put-
but
put her in a
you're just doing
fire
the silhouette.
dress.
Bang.
Look, no, that's not a dress though. That's her body, just a body.
You don't see like the collar. Look, it gets a little more prevalent in here in a second.
Maybe in that scene though, just there, that was just her body.
That's what they say, and people,
Yeah.
the artists are like, no. But look, you could see a collar on her. She has cholera.
Yeah.
Damn it, where is it? See? Let me full screen that shit for you.
Now it's a dress.
It's a dress, right?
Now it
You
is.
can
You
see
see, it's
it.
like a corset.
You
or
can see the
something.
corset, and that's
Yeah.
what she wears.
Okay.
And she does have big yits in the movie too.
Yeah, but that other, for a moment, it seems like they do this kind of stuff.
They threw it in there. She's like, "Ooh, look at
Yeah,
naked titties."
it's so
and they're like, "Oh no,
weird,
she's
dude.
wearing clothing." So, Jared, nobody in the chat guessed it. Nobody even ventured to take a guess.
Yeah.
But the best movie ever.
Yeah, best movie ever. What would be a good one for subliminal messaging?
Fight Club.
Oh yeah, it's pretty brilliant actually.
Dude.
The film itself.
Oh my God, it's great.
Yeah.
The film's great. But Subliminal Messages up the yin.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
even have the thing where he splices in
frames and he's in it. Yep. They
so the
cut him in frames
the
before
actual
they-
Vickery experiment in the movie.
And then not only does the film, David Fincher, the director, splice Tyler Durden into the movie before he's there, but
That's
Tyler
right.
Durden, the character, splices in a penis in a kid's film.
Yeah, that's right.
In the movie, so it's very meta, very.
And at the end of the film, don't they flash that same thing at the end?
Yeah, they sure
for
do.
the audience. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool, great freaking movie, man. So many different twists, so many cool ways to interpret it, so many theories about it.
I know. So I subscribe. I like and subscribe to the theory that not only is Tyler fake, but Marlo, whatever her name is, Marlo or something like that.
The girl?
Yeah, and Bob are also fake.
I could see that. The girl being fake makes sense.
His name was Robert Paulson. He's fake too.
Really?
Yeah, I think
Like
so.
he just represents.
Well, the first time you see him,
the fallen.
The first time you see him, he is there, standing alone in a group where every guy has a partner and they're all like hugging and crying.
Yeah.
He's there alone, and Tyler flashes right next to him.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's
and then,
cool.
Not talking to anybody else. He comes
Yeah.
up to him and they talk. It seems like these are all manifestations.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
and
pretty
whoever
cool.
Tyler flashes next to in this, because he flashes next to Marlo also. So it's curious. It's cool, and I like it.
Yeah.
But it'd be funny if, like, one of the Fight Club guys, like one of the Project Mayhem or Fight Club guys, were like, "Hey, bro, you do a lot of weird shit, man. Like, remember yesterday, like you were, you were getting beat up by that guy, and then you said you were watching yourself do it. Like, there'd be things.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Tyler, I'm not fucking Tyler, you idiot. Do I even look like Tyler?
He confronts him about it.
He confronts Tyler. Oh yeah. hey, Ty.
Oh, hey there, buddy. How's it
man.
going, man?
It's going.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. These guys have been saying a lot of weird stuff. They're sort of getting in my head.
Yeah, we're
feel
kind of
like
a weird group. I mean, think about what we're doing. I mean, but we're freeing ourselves.
What
That's
are we
what's
doing?
important.
Yeah, I don't even know.
We're doing a lot. You know what? You should
Yeah.
just lay down, take a nap. Let me get some stuff done.
That's such a weird thing to say to someone. Do you not understand what you just said is so weird?
Why would that be weird? I want you to rest. I care about you.
But you can't get anything done while I'm awake. I don't need to. I'm not
Well,
gonna fucking
we're so
distract
close.
you.
We're friends. I mean, it's like if you're awake, I want to hang out with you. I want to do things with you. It's better if you're just asleep, and I get a lot of stuff done that way.
That's so weird though, because every time I go to sleep, I wake up either with like a bloody nose or like black eyes or bruises everywhere.
Oh, that's not weird. No, that's like like when you have a fever and your body fights the infection. So you like sweat and all this stuff. Like because of all the fighting we do while you're sleeping, your body's healing. So like your nose will bleed and you'll get black eyes. It's just your body like fighting the beatings.
Because your body heals when you sleep,
right?
I get wounds,
right, from earlier problems. It's like the swelling so that it can fix itself. Yeah, just go to sleep.
That doesn't
Don't
make sense.
think about it too much.
I know you want me to go to sleep. I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm
good.
exhausted. I feel like I haven't slept in a fucking month.
Yeah,
But
that's why I
I'm gonna go to
really
sleep.
like it when you
So
just take a nap.
I know, but just this is gonna sound crazy. For peace of mind, will you just high five me? Just high five.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom! Ow! Whoa! What a hit, man.
Really? Because
Yeah.
I
wow.
felt nothing.
That's so funny. You know what that is? It's just you're getting stronger. I mean, I've seen you out there. The more you fight, the stronger you get. I mean, I feel my hand. I'll feel that for days.
Really?
Oh
You think?
yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
That's a good high
last
five.
thing. I know it's super weird.
Okay.
Can I just get on your shoulders? I just want to get on your shoulders.
You want to get on my
I'm gonna
shoulders?
get- I'm gonna get on
No,
your shoulders.
but remember, I had that thing from the fight the other day.
No?
Like
I don't remember that.
Maybe I didn't tell you about it. I got this kink right here. We could do it in a few days. We'll do it when you wake up. A couple days from now, we'll talk about it.
I'm not gonna sleep for days. But last thing, you're wearing my robe.
Oh yeah, I love this robe.
That's
we're best
my favorite
friends. I
robe.
figured, well, obviously, if it's going to be your favorite, it's going to be my favorite.
See, why?
Because we're so close. It's like I think something, you say
and I
it.
say, oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. But why don't you have a reflection in the mirror?
Say again?
The mirror? You don't have a reflection in the mirror.
Oh, I don't have a reflection. He doesn't have a reflection in the mirror. This guy with the jokes. I mean, that happens all the time. No, people all the time. Sometimes you get sick.
People
you don't
lose
have a
the reflections.
Yeah. Oh, I'm a vampire now. So now I'm not your best friend. I'm a vampire. I what am I doing?
You're a figment of my imagination.
I can't get work done unless you're asleep. This feels like an attack.
You said that, not me.
You were the one that hit my hand really hard. Like, I mean, I don't know.
That was a high five to test it.
I know.
I was
I'm
testing
just
a
saying.
theory.
It's just you're getting a little aggressive with me. Just take a nap. You'll feel a lot better. I promise.
Okay, I'm gonna go see.
And then we'll do the back thing, and you'll feel better about it. Stop looking at the mirror all the time. It's not healthy.
All right. Well, stop sleeping with all the guys from Project Mayhem because every time you do, I wake up and my body hurts really bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what the correlation is.
It's just a bond we have.
Also, what is Project Mayhem?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you about it.
Why do I know what that is?
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to worry about it. It's just a surprise thing we were throwing for you, but so you don't want to know anymore. You don't want to know anymore.
Yeah, I'll shut up. Yeah, that's a good thing to say. Okay, so
you go to sleep. We'll talk in a few days.
Okay. Pretty sure you're a figment of my imagination, but yeah, I'm gonna go lay down in regardless. I'm fucking exhausted, dude.
Yeah, you've got such an imagination.
You know, I got All
right, you go to sleep. You crazy over
Wakes up whole bloody bruised.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's how sleep works.
That would be funny. He does it. Confronts him.
That's how sleep works, I guess. You just feel pain.
Yeah, it's how your body fighting the infection.
Well done, well done.
Yeah, so what do you rate it?
Huh?
What do you rate it?
Oh, the movie. What do I rate it? Oh my God, it's a classic. I'd say 8 out of 10. Jack's.
It's
Smirking. I am Jack's Smirking Revenge.
Yeah.
8 out of 10 is Jack's.
8 out of 10 Jack's Smirking in Revenge. Yeah.
Jack's Smirking Revenges.
Yeah, Smirking.
I am Jack's complete lack of surprise. Dude, that movie's so fucking good.
Yeah.
So we said 8 out of 10.
I agree. Smirking Revenges. I agree with that. 8 out of 10. That's fair. It's such a groundbreaking movie.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. Get out of here, kid. Yeah. 8 out of 10. Smirking Revenges. And hold on, the picture is great. Well done.
There it is. Yeah.
Well done. That's Smirking Revenge if I've ever fucking seen it.
Right? Come on. Smirking Revenge over here. So well done. Congratulations to Fight Club. Yeah, 8 out of 10. That's a big score, honestly. I really like it. It's a good film. If you haven't seen it, you have homework.
You have homework. Go fucking see it. It is El Clasico.
And subliminal messages in it for sure.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Classic. So yeah. What else? That's it.
That's it, man. I think be on the lookout for some subconscious manipulation or learn how to do it. Get rich.
Yeah.
Darren Brown is. I mean, and he's cool. The Mentalist. If you haven't seen that show, watch The Mentalist. What a show. It's all about that. Good stuff. Anyway, great show today. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Given Life. Good to see you, man. CTV, McKenna. Chase. Yeah. Everybody that joined
D-Live Wire.
Yeah. Love you guys. Always make it fun. Always have fun in the conversation. Felicity. We love you guys so much. Thanks for joining. We'll see you for Crash Talk Thursday. And hopefully there was something cool today that you saw. Like and subscribe. Let us know if you have any ideas for future concepts for the show. We want to hear from you. Comment on the videos. You know all the good stuff to do. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. Deb, there she is. D-Live Wire. So guys, we appreciate that out of you. We love you more than life in itself. So we will see you Thursday. Like, subscribe, Patreon, all that cool stuff. You guys are the business. We appreciate you. And we'll see you on that flippity flop. Thank you guys for all the love. Appreciate you. Laters, alligators. Thanks, Chase. Thanks, D.